Greetings. Give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator of nature. We do give thanks and praise. The illusion of privacy, some people said privacy, state databases, and the manufactured identity. Again, House of Dallas Academic, Ceremonial Edition, file under the Guardian Seal of SURI. Copyright 2026, Linton-Oneil, Dallas, aka Ahuuah. Abstract. This thesis interrogates the paradox of privacy in this digital state era. It argues that government databases, while claiming to protect identity, in fact, construct and contain it, converting the living person into a recordable entity. The illusion of privacy arises when surveillance is disguised as service and consent becomes a condition of citizenship. Chapter 1, Part 1, Section 1, the architecture of recordation. Modern governance operates through data architecture, not human cognition or human recognition. Birth registration form or birth certificate, tax registration number or social security number, and biometric registries form a synthetic identity. Again, a synthetic identity, which is separate, distinct, and detached from the living being, man or woman. The state database becomes the new sovereign archive, defining existence through registered entries, not the natural or organic living essence. Privacy, once a natural right, is redefined administratively as permission to be monitored. The states mirror identity as a construct. The state does not observe identity, it creates it. Each citizen's record is a mirror image, a bureaucratic reflection of the person, of the living person, void of divine spirit and true autonomy. The illusion of privacy persists because the subject believes the mirror to be the self, not the simulation. The mirror is the simulation. The legal entity is the simulation, people. Jurisdictional implications. Centralized database collapse the boundary between governance and surveillance. Again, centralized databases collapse the boundary between governance and surveillance. The sovereign man or woman becomes a data point. Their freedom quantified by algorithms. True privacy cannot exist within a system that equates protection with profiling. Now, philosophical analysis, drawing from the Foucault's panoptimism and indigenous treaty laws such as the Great Law of Peace. This thesis contends that the modern state data regime replaces communal trust with administrative control. So when we say foreign people invade our location and impose their legal standard, which they call law, the rules and regulation, what they call law, a foreign legal standard that, and that's the proof of your colonization because of these rules where you're subjected to. Yeah, man, you don't know nothing about the inherent jurisdiction. You don't know nothing about sovereign law, its architecture or its formation. We now reintroduce these things. This is why we talk about the natural law, the common law, and the treaty authority. Check out there and see if anybody are presented this way. No. No. We have set the precedent, and it's a step-by-step process. Yeah, man. Now, the panoptic database ensures visibility without reciprocity. The treaty principle demands lawful cognition and legal recognition of living sovereignty or sovereign state capacity, not state citizenry or digital citizenship. Our conclusion is this: privacy under the state's data regime is an illusion sustained by consent and convenience. The sovereign must reclaim their identity from recordation, restoring the living name, the ancestral covenant, and the right to exist beyond the algorithm. And this is an image we have out there. I kind of like this thing when it take its time come together, you know. So again, we say give thanks for the basic information where we get a chance to present. Again, as pioneers, you know, we have to lay the foundation, plant the seed, and lay the groundwork. We don't see nothing else out there outside of colonization, misrepresentation, and impersonation, literally. So if ones and ones not choose to apply themselves for themselves, then, you know, one's not for complain when situation, you know, reach a point where them now can express themselves like how we are express ourselves now. It's gonna be impossible for ones and ones to do these things after a while. But usually, especially we in this Western Hemispheric region where we don't have the chaos where we say are going over in the East. The moment some of that nonsense reach this location, they either going to really experience what it is. Yeah, man. Just imagine how everybody comfortable and then just one catastrophe change everything. Then what people are going to do when they're unprepared? Because the system will eventually crash. It going to change, and it not going to change for the better. In other words, it not going to change, but say, people, you are free. This is proper information for you to navigate what is going on out there. That will never happen. Everything what the system now do is to gain absolute control over the living man and woman, literally. But that is a suppressed truth. And because of the distraction, most people are going to find it hard, yeah, man, to attain clarity. After a while, that are going to be impossible. Truth, and I say it are going to be hidden in a truth, are going to stand up right there. But the ones them when I vibrate on that frequency with truth there, I got always a walk past it. Yeah, man. This is why we say the illusion of privacy, because people have gone with themselves, and I mean, I say there's no such thing. If the colonial system, this state database, issue your identity, then what kind of privacy you gonna get? When me I tell you, say, if me name Linton-Oneil Dallas, I'm gonna go over the post office up on my post office, yeah, so. Open the big book and use the alphabetical order and find my name. I go find Linton-Oneil Dallas. I go find 2 East, which part I live, and all of the information will be right there. You understand? And everybody will have a driver's license. Everybody that is a registered person, that information is publicly available in all of these post office. Now I call me out, reiterate these things, that might start change up these things. But I say you find ones and ones easily. Now when people relocate and move, then there is other ways to locate them accordingly. Once them are pay bills, once them anything like that. Yeah, man. So you can't talk about privacy when you know nothing. You exist in our public domain. You exist as a piece of paper. The only thing to validate and verify your identity is a government piece of paper. A government birth certificate, a government driver's license, a government passport. However, them give the illusion where say the people is the government. Nonsense. Whatever construct where represent itself as government has usurped the sovereign people's position, literally. And then do it right in front of the people by way of word wizardry, literally. Yeah, man. So when you don't have clarity, it's gonna be problematic. When people now reason with ones like how you hear me a chant with the eye them philosophically, it's gonna be problematic. Yeah, man. And people are gonna wait until the catastrophe for say them are gonna prepare. Nonsense. If the military wait until war start, literally, for prepare for war, then them are gonna surely lose. But the ones them will stay vigilant, the ones them will stay ready, at least them will have a chance. At least you give yourself a fighting chance. And for us as a people, when we look out there, we realize that we now go can amass the weaponry where the demonic ones them invest in it. What we have to invest in is the self-application. We have to become way more intelligent than these beings out there when I have no moral value, when I have no integrity, when I have no decency, when I have no honesty, and when I have no, as them would say, loyalty. We have to function above that frequency. And the only way you can get there is when you start look on things differently. And you're now going to look to now presume authority to attain no form of clarity. Impossible. The presumption of authority, where you see out there, is fictional and confusing. You them operate from a perspective of chaos. So the system itself invests in a chaos. Yeah, man, literally. However, again, we just break down some basics. Yeah, man. And it up to each and every individual. The man will look for the next man to save him or anything like that. I gotta wait a very long time. God, the man will to save you and make sure him save himself first. So it really go. And you have we as a people, all we have to do is look out there. Just look how we carry and conduct ourselves, how we operate amongst each other, with each other. Just look, just observe. Yeah, man, when every other so called races can find common ground to unite, it's an impossibility for our people. Too much distraction, too much miscegenation. Yeah, man, too much mixing up. Yeah, with all kind of different confusion. So there is no way where I can look and say, yeah, this is us as a people. How? When Babylon totally decimate us as a society here in the Western Hemispheric region of the earth. How we gonna do it? When me say West Indian, I mean no people where them point of origin is the West Indies. Them not gonna acknowledge the fact that them are West Indian. Them rather be a Maroon, them rather be a Moor, them rather be any one of these CIA, United Nations creation organizations. Why? Because it's popular. Is there any truth there? No. How can there be when it's all demonic? Whether you actively practice it or cognizant of the fact that the moment you lean to the beast system, it's demonic. So it's gonna make you the same. And then you start chase everything that is material, saying the more material you attain, that's where gonna give you validity. And there is no such thing. If you're trash in the morning, you're gonna be trash at night. You're gonna be trash at noon. You're gonna be trash. You're not gonna change. Look out there. You have people when them start them life, them young, them mischievous and get a lot of trouble. Other people that say them bad. But these people probably come up with a kind of integrity where when you match them up with others, them are gonna become like angel. Usually the ones that will do them devious act in secret because it's in secret. Most now don't see it, most now don't know it. But everybody we can point a finger at anyone where choose to live truthful and freely. But the liar them, the Decepticons them, these ones out there, yeah, where others glorify. You know what I mean? And them are a real problem. Cause usually them look like sometimes them day in your bed, them day in your home, them day in your community. The very same demonic evil, it say adversary. Cause once your adversary are truth, then you have to be evil. Cause truth have to align itself with everything we're good and anything we're adverse to truth can't constitute nothing good. It's in opposition. But this clarity has been, erased. It's like, oh, it's a gray line. You can do what you want and whatever, until you get caught. The morality gone. And I like, yeah, I know say this wrong and this good. I know say I not to do that. Because the consequence is such. And not just the consequence, but by doing that, we probably emit hurt out there. Our people not look on things that way. Yeah, man, once it profiting to them and them friend, them not here. So them just perpetrate hurt out there. How much people is it in a community where they check upon other people in a them community outside of them body? It's rare. We live in a society now where when you go in our community, it's like a community of strangers, literally. And then through the turnover rate is such where the rental and people move in today and then move out tomorrow, and, no cohesiveness, not that no structure, not that they are just the foundational people have to try hard for certain like we maintain at least a little bit of proper structure. We not allow the place for us degrade a few. But if everybody play them part, what I mean, then things must get lighter, must get better. But our people, we don't know what kind of pill them give it. Once we have to go up against each other, we're strong like lion and we're bad like tiger. But the moment we go up against the colonizing oppressor, we become pussy, we become sissy, we become what I'm called emasculated men. Yeah, man. We become terrified. The moment you question the colonial presumed authority, them call you criminal. And through me discover a long time say it gonna take our people a while to improve, educate and brighten up ourselves. We did have to exercise patience. So now in a 2026, I can look out upon the island and say subtle improvement in many ways where the people them are improve, either say intellectually or at least intelligently. Them IQ are raised a little bit, but the clarity is still lacking. And the more the people them are try to become brighter and smarter, the more distraction, Babylon show them way. And Babylon use fear as them technique. So the people are supposed to fear the government agents, which are these police and soldiers, and fear the government criminal, which are the contracted bad man for the government pay. Cause me hear on the news out there in one of these court cases where they must say municipal agencies are pay how much million a month to gang group, gang members, gang leaders, gang affiliate. And that does go over the whole populace head like, oh, it ain't nothing. Them thing here nonsense. Yeah, man, them thing here just nonsense. Yeah, man. I share the NARA information for say the GLP government right now when them pass that bill, what them a talk about, have total and absolute control of the reconstruction of this location. And the government and the leadership is questionable in every which way. This is why I say, how can one choose to participate when they're powerless? Because the citizens are just that powerless. And it is so obvious in front of the world, but for some reason, it will take a while for the common people realize, them a function out of place and them need to claim sovereignty. None of these other bullshit work. That's why Babylon pressure their slave and say you can't use that term. The sovereign man can do all of that, but you can't do it. And then these colonize, enslave mainland folks, then just entice our people and assimilate our people into their enslavement. And our people buy into it. West Indians are separate and distinct, and we express these things. Yeah, man. Everybody have to go declare themselves. Everybody have to go stand up. You won't be leaning or hiding anywhere. Yeah, man. And this is what the people really exercise them fear, them terrified for, even open their mouth and speak in a way where it is effective. Not this, I want justice, and no, it's what you're done. Yeah, man, there's no more contract. Get the fuck away from us. And when you liquid, yeah, we are use a rascal bulldozer and lick your back. And when you kill one away, yeah, we're not gonna say nothing. We are kill 100 of them brutally, savagely. If we not operate on this level, to make the ones them out there know, so change have to manifest itself naturally. Yeah, man, truth of it, permeate the earth accordingly. Righteous judgment, when nobody ever can excuse or, escape. That's how it going on. No one not immune. You know what you do, say it wrong, and then you want to get away with it. For how long? We each have to take responsibility, accountability for our actions out there. Yeah, man. You can't attack, say, it is your job. So, because of your job, you gotta break the law and you gotta do everything that is wrong. Because of your job and your job description, I said nothing like that. But when, the system itself becomes so corrupt where you don't know the distinction between the good guy and the bad guy, then, it's just confusion. But this is what I know. Every man have a right to decide his own destiny. And the moment you apply yourself, you can realize no man not supposed to enter your premises unlawfully. And a man can't come in your house and tell us about nothing where you have. And this thing, when I say at Jamaica, where them say, hey, you have a gun and you're dead, I fuck with that. Who made these unlearned guns police become judge, jury, and executioner? Who give them that authority? Why people are dead and nobody now retaliate, going at some of them killers their home and desecrate it? Why am I not see that out there? Why? That's why I'm saying about people are there. All of the criminality, political, and the little breaking here and there and breaking here and there, that are just the residual byproduct. Yeah, man. All right. If you're a real serious warrior and a step out there, the moment you find yourself with a machine in your hand, then you're supposed to know the consequences as such, and you're not supposed to hesitate. You're not supposed to hesitate. Worse when you crab up. What kind of me a bad guy out there? Um, me I go anywhere at all without my tool, without my equipment, without my, work machinery. For some little unlearned boy get stripe off of me, you must be mad. And when I go there like, oh, a plaything. No, man. You gotta always kick down, man. You gotta always ready, man. And you gotta always ready for at least, a 6, 7, 8, 9 hour confrontation, man. That's how the thing really go. And how about we see out there where the state implement a systematic genocidal practice where them just do what they want, analyze people, and the populace celebrate, and the victims cry. and then it just get quiet, and that is it. And always some of us concern for the youths, them, especially the good youths, them when are involved. Always concerned for those, hoping them to get caught up out there. Because the criminal them will make a conscious choice to engage in a criminality, so you can't interfere with that. When Babylon at judgment them know the consequence of that. But it's wrong when you really just use a broad brush and say, oh, is a man that? Criminal that. Oh, why him look so up full of masculine? He got to be a criminal. Oh, it's a clean. And why am I drive that car? He got to be a criminal. And the pussy them now look on the political criminal where destabilize this area. They can't see because the very political criminal are employed them. So why would I be citizen in any capacity participating in this shenanigan, this nonsense? You mad? Unless me lick my head on whatever information I had disappear. No. You have to apply yourself for yourself, man. Yeah, man. You just take it, step by step. You just take it step by step, man. That's it. But you can't depend upon not even me if you say see it, yeah. Yeah, man, the only thing with I when I say see it, yeah, them I can look and say, boy, I can't see it before you show me it from your talk and me watch your YouTube. I see the direction and nobody out here not really push it that way. And probably that's the issue with all a man like me. We are break new ground. Some people never see these kind of approach before. So everybody doesn't look with them eyes wide open, stuck in the old ways. Yeah, man. Well, we have to just continue to share the basic information and even watch what go on. This thing keep coming up in my meditation where me I look upon the people and in their mind, them say them proper, them say them have a good job or whatever work or whatever employment. And the repetitious cycle where them work and go them like a party and after 30 years or 40 years, them retire and them children come up under the same thing. What me discover is this. The people and especially some of these corporate people and them get sick quicker than the one them with us do wash up people clothes and them call them again. And clean people house. Yeah. These ones we have to use them brain and get sick quick and them dead quick and them always have problem. And I discover that by the time them for reach retirement age, them health has deteriorated to a point where them never ever admit them have them money where them work. So them stay in a hospital, stay in a private care and all these nonsense. But image wise, them are gonna project themselves like, oh, I'm so all of that, I'm so happy. But if you ever check their medical record, you might be surprised. Yeah, man. Why I say that the other day, I say a little old lady drop pass and thing, and then boom, her daughter was supposed to, well, a big people, and but get heart attack. And me, I say, what go on? You know what I mean? And then some other family member, I'm like, it look like when you really pressure yourself out there, it carry a whole different kind of stress, especially when you're out there in the corporate setting, you know what I mean? And when we say corporate, I'm like, you have to be this, that. Once you're out there, go work. If I even wholesale, you go. Yeah, man. I find so enough people ignore the basic for chase the illusion. And me not bother say nothing to them because through me have my own experience. And me know say when them get to where them think them want to get to, usually I guess them get a stroke. Usually I guess the health factors highlight itself and the deterioration start manifest itself. Why? Because them realize that them waste all them fucking life for chase a dream when it exists. chase an illusion when it exists, and them totally ignore the truth where them experience and discard. Now, you see that part right there, and that's what me as a man try focus on. That's why I'm so intentional with the things that I'm try to do. If me are going in a relationship at this level and age, it have to be intentional. Me no want a fling. You understand? Me no want a party girl. Me no want a mockers. All of those things are when you're a youth, you experience that. You live in a house with where you would have think a good woman, but the good woman are really a harlot for some other married men out there. So what that make this so-called good woman are mockers. Back in the old time days, would I call them saps. So when me I feel move intentionally. And I don't can see a woman because she attractive or she look good. I just run into her or allow her to come into me. I don't know where she a come from, what she's about. I don't know what kind of spirit she a move with. Some of them women I carry 21 demon with them. And if you not charge and you enter this out, yeah, when you leave, you're probably going on hole or depression for 25 years. So they them have to be intentional in what they are them a try to do. And that's how I'm gonna approach things. Yeah man, just running at things and make things running at you and people like to use you or misuse you once you give them that opportunity. But you have a part of it where once you're observant enough, you just smile and allow people to demonstrate their patterns, because the patterns are what bring the clarity. And I want to say, I just do. Are the consistency of the activity, we have to define who ones are. So the moment you focus on the pattern, you just smile and say, all right then, that's the direction. Yeah, irrespective of what ones are said. People is so deceptive out there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yeah, man. Anyway, my style, more time I does philosophical reasoning with us chant and, all a little simple energy share with basic information. Because this is the only sovereign location in our existence. Know that. Yeah, we bring sovereign law, we bring sovereign process, and we bring sovereign application, sovereign demonstration, sovereign united state of being. This is who we are as a society, as an expression. Freedom, our brand, literally. I'm telling you, freedom starts within, it not start outside. So stop look for other people and not talk about one this and one that, and one not look at yourself in all different kind of chains, in all different kind of bondage. But you not look for free people and have issues. Stop doing that. Change on the perspective, man. And that will change the perception of how now look out there and see. You can't lazy intellectually and want to apply yourself corporately. How that going to work? You understand? You want to engage in a commerce and totally not comprehend what the financial aspect is and where it represents and who it applies to. That's why I'm going to share some little information right now. I have a next set of information I go work on and then I have to shut down for even a day or two. My thing move at the speed of thought. Me not have to go into the university go spend 7 years to learn fuckery. Me not have to do that. I just 1 minute of meditation and I download all different kind of information in my cranium. Then now me have to process it. You understand? if you don't have the frame or the structure for withhold them kind of information, yeah, it crush you literally. Again, it crush you literally, not just mentally, literally. Mentally, physically, it crush you. So you have to have the structure, yeah, man, and the framework feed, yeah, man. And it's only when years worth of application, years worth of preparation, years worth of training, you know, with you know, say esoteric information. And then way that you will find balance, man. Nothing outside of you can move you. And you know, wait for nothing outside of you to validate you. I am that validation, just like how I am that law. And so are you out there. Once you're in a sovereign state capacity, yeah, man, and you attain true clarity. So are you. Some people say it's not easy, then come on. I would say it's not hard. It's only a choice. That is it. It's just a choice. You can choose to be free, or you can choose not to be. It's always a choice. It's just that now we have the alternative information where we can express that kind of choice. Yeah, before people, our ancestors had no alternative, no options. When them stand up like how I man stand up, them face erasure. Yeah, man. God, the very same people where them are stand up amongst and are choose to empower, these people become the obstacle to everything else. Why? Because them can't see the vision. You understand? The more they can see the success, but the vision, forget there, that's lacking. So them rebel. Yeah, man, and them run to the colonizing masters and ask for permission to express themselves or to exist. Yeah, man. So we have to present sovereign information, sovereign law, sovereign state capacity, a sovereign area. We're separate and distinct from what the colonization society express out there. So no corporation or corporate entity can attain absolutely no form of sovereignty. Period. Anyway, give thanks for the time, give thanks for the moment, information share much higher level. And for the colonized people, they are them can see that. And for the enslaved people, they are them can see that. And for the people them were comfortable in them colonial citizenship, they are them can see that. This are for people we are choose the divine order, which is sovereignty. That's the divine order. Yeah, man. Remember, Anami said, somebody way before me did say, truth is sovereign. So that explains everything. Yeah, man. That explains everything. Truth is sovereign. That's why we chant sovereignty. And that's why we anchor what we are doing in a truth. Complete gratitude. Free people. May the Most High guide and protect the item in all the item ways and all the item endeavors and bliss the item perpetually, truly, completely. Yeah, man. It's always a joy when you can express yourself. Me always call it therapy. Yeah, man. Always call it therapy. Complete gratitude out there. Sir Ray. Yeah, man. Sir Walters. Yeah, man. House of Campbell. Joel Jaguar C. Yeah, man, complete gratitude with power out there for the ones them where share the information or present. Me always say our youth always a share the information, TikTok. My name, yeah man, Natasha, something like that. Okay, I don't know how warrior name jump out of my head. Probably true, me not talk to you more. And you know what I mean? Forgive me, my lord, but complete gratitude. I must say, share the information. And I like we talk. So I don't know if I just sincerity when you share the information or is it, I don't know what it is, but I'm on say gratitude. I'm on give thanks when I can chant with my colleagues. It is a strength. Yeah, man. And chant with couple ones and if you show my warrior them say, watch your man. You have your public and your private and your personal. You say your personal are yours. When you share it, just know say you do that willingly. But yeah, certain little qualities are what we have to maintain. Yeah, man. One night time, I have to tell another warrior, say, warrior, better you watch some adult movie than interact and mingle with some of them women out there. Only because you might just save your life if you can balance yourself certain way. And that's how it look. Yeah, man. We look out there and the truth is so obvious, but people will ignore it. And a gun kill people, or people will use gun kill people. Because said people I use knife, bottle, stone, brick, any little thing and all and kill people. I can't say them use words. Because I never hear a man say lightning, thunder, and fire and somebody drop them and dead. When them use them words are in the deceptive area where them, run program on you. But still people are commit these atrocities. You understand? So each ones of it looking at themselves and choose to take themselves introspection and look upon where them do what is right and look upon where them do what is wrong and make them choice. If you choose the wrong, then your choice. That's going to be wrong. And suffer the consequences of that wrong. And if you choose the right, you just go and be right and live according to that right. And that's how it goes on. The problem is when the governmental system impose then violence upon the society indiscriminately. That's the problem. And when them have young, untrained, unlearned, immoral state agents operating as police, according to the directive what them get, come me always say the police them now go just go out there and do what them do without them leader or them ruler issue those directives. Yeah, man. So that's the police have to know, say, watch, it wrong, so I'm not do it this way. I gotta just be patient and do it the right way. But I have a business with the extra money where them people they are paying me. And that's the individuals them I forgot choose. And when them choose the wrong, then I'm telling you, them supposed to pay. You can't take oath to uphold proper law, which is the binding authority, and wanna go outside that and get away with it. It's unfair. Wanna take what people children and then wanna go and go hug up for the children. It's unfair. When you take what people father and then wanna want boast and brag and pose with for all father, them thing they unfair. It unfair when a man don't trouble you and you just a talk about say boy you have authority to mess with people. Them thing they unfair. A time I got boy I'm glad I reached them age and people now live now 150 and 200 years anymore. So I know a time will come when we get old and we have to just give up the ghost and pass on, transcend. However, a time will come in the earth where people are going to just reverse all of the wrongs or on present and a purport and bring it straight to our home. This is what I'm calling the chicken. I got to come home to roost. When I go have on the loved ones and people, I got desecrate on the loved ones. Cause them, I got can't catch on you know, but them not want to catch on them first. Them want to feel the pain what on emit. Them want to experience the fear what on emit. Them want allow you to have all of the security what on invest on the money in. A man just make one call and say security. Are you are the head security? Let me express this to you. All of the members of your family, they're in a disposition right now, especially the ones them overseas. And we have to make a step and you have to go let we in. Joker, you have to go participate. Who no think are secure uno? Alien? Which part them security I live? You understand? It's all a big show. But when you unlearn, you get caught in the theater. Where you say when you play with the sovereign, is a whole different behavior, whole different conduct. Unknown to the colonized society. Totally unknown. Yeah, man. I just hope the earth will find us it's a way for balance itself or, a purge happen where all of the bad people are going in one area. Yeah, they can't destroy them, just put them in a one area. Yeah, so the ones that can know say if you choose to go on with badness at that area you go, at the bad people area. But when you choose to live smooth, peaceful, sovereign and simple, just come over greater Portmore. I also the sovereignty there. I also the sovereign people there. That's how we have to try structure. But we have to plant the seed. Nobody stubborn like our people. We man them are the stubbornest set of man them in the earth. We women them are the stubbornest set of woman them in the earth. The people and what I'm called Jamaican, them are easy rasta. Yeah man. Totally colonized, totally conditioned. And you can't tell them that, If you ever tell them that, them fling big stone and backlaugh for you, man. Yeah man, run you out of town, man. Until you say you are foreigner. You understand? And the foreigner, we are direct them, mislead them, and enslave them. Them have children for those, in bed with those. Anyway, I always have a ball when I step out here. Yeah, man. The moment me share us a little bit of information, I create a ripple in that veil. Yeah, man. I tear that mess open with just a fraction, a minute set of information. Simplicity. Yeah, man. Remove the complexity. It's just simplicity. Complete gratitude. Salute, free people. Salute.